Welcome to The Explainer. What if one of the biggest threats to your health is hiding in plain sight? And what if beating high blood pressure, getting that game over moment, is way simpler than you think? Today, we're diving into how a really small change on your dinner plate can lead to a much longer, healthier life. Most of us think of salt as the stuff we sprinkle out of a shaker, but that's not really the main issue. The real silent threat is the huge amount of sodium that's hidden in our everyday processed foods. And it's affecting millions of people who have no idea they're even at risk. So to really get a sense of just how big this problem is, we're going to start in India, where a hidden salt crisis is impacting the whole country. 11 grams. That's how much salt the average person in India is eating every single day. Now you might be thinking, okay, is that a lot? Well, let me put that number into perspective for you. The World Health Organization recommends we eat no more than 5 grams of salt a day. As you can see right here, the average in India is more than double that safe limit. That is a massive, staggering gap between what's good for us and what's actually happening. So where's all this extra salt coming from? It's not the salt shaker. Nope. It's lurking in those packaged snacks we all love, in traditional pickles or achar, and in just countless other processed foods we grab for convenience. And it all adds up incredibly fast. And the consequences of this are really serious. This overload of sodium puts an immense strain on your heart, your kidneys, and even your brain. Over time, it dramatically raises the risk of high blood pressure, which can lead to life-threatening strokes and heart attacks. So let's be clear, this is a major health crisis. But here's the good news. You absolutely have the power to change this. Let's break down 3 simple but super effective ways you can cut your salt intake. And you can do it without giving up on flavor. All right, these are our 3 key moves. Switching your salt, being more mindful with how you season your food, and using food itself to fight back. Let's jump into that first one. First up, switch your salt. Now, this isn't some weird flavorless substitute. It's just salt that's blended with other minerals like potassium. And the impact? It's incredible. Get this. Research from India's own ICMR-NIE found this one simple switch can lower blood pressure by up to 7/4 points. That is a huge health win from one tiny change in your kitchen. Okay, our second strategy is all about mindset. India's ICMR has this great campaign called Pinch for a Change, and it's based on that traditional idea of using just a chutki bar or a pinch of salt. This isn't about getting rid of salt completely. It's about being mindful, using just enough to bring out the flavor instead of just dumping in spoonfuls on autopilot. It's all about cooking with intention. And third, you can actively fight sodium's effects with its natural counterpart, potassium. Potassium literally helps your body flush out extra sodium, and it helps relax the walls of your blood vessels. And you can find it in really common, delicious foods like bananas, spinach, beans, and tomatoes. It's like nature's own balancing act. But, do these small changes actually work for real people in the real world? Well, let's meet Mohun, a shopkeeper from Delhi, whose life was on the verge of a dramatic and scary change. Mohun was diagnosed with very high blood pressure and diabetes. He was eating about 3 teaspoons of salt every day, a lot of it with pickles. His situation was serious. The doctor laid it out for him. If things didn't change, a heart bypass surgery could be next. The stakes just couldn't have been higher. So Mohun took action. He made the switch to low-sodium salt, he started using more spices to flavor his food, and he added potassium-rich foods like tomatoes and bananas to his meals. And the results? They were just astounding. In only 3 weeks, his blood pressure dropped from a dangerous 135/85 all the way down to a healthy, normal 120/78. His own words really say it all. I changed my lifeline just by cutting salt. Mohun's story is powerful proof that you don't need some drastic, miserable overhaul to see truly life-changing results. Mohun's story is amazing, right? But you can take this even further. Cutting salt is a huge win on its own, but when you combine it with other healthy habits, you get a double win for your heart health. Here are 2 of your most powerful allies. First, the DASH diet, which is just a way of eating that's packed with fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, is proven to lower blood pressure all by itself. Then there's daily movement. We're not talking about running a marathon. Even a brisk 30-minute walk makes your heart stronger. When you pair these habits with less salt, the benefits don't just add up, they actually multiply. Okay, so we've covered the problem, we've gone over the solutions, and we've seen real-life proof that this works. So what's next? Well, this final part, this is all about you. So let's just pause for a second. After hearing all of this, what's one small, totally manageable first step that you could take, maybe even starting today? Are you going to choose to switch your salt? Or maybe focus on adding more potassium from things like bananas or spinach? Or, hey, maybe your first step is simply committing to a daily walk. You don't have to do it all at once. Just pick one path to start your journey. The truth is, you have way more control over this than you might think. The key to a longer, healthier life is right there on your plate and in all the little choices you make every single day. The power really is in your hands. So, what will you choose?